Hey folks, Michael here for the Premier Wrestling Enterprises. Hope you all are doing fantastic today. I really appreciate you stopping by, giving me a little bit of your time on this Wednesday evening or whenever you're watching this. Listen, got a video today. I've got some magazines that I want to show you. I got some Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines and a lot, actually some time ago, if you just want to know the truth about it. And when I was in my storage unit over the past week, I saw this box. I thought, what in the name of God is in this box? And it was all these magazines that I've never cataloged and I've never put in my magazine boxes and so forth up there. So I thought, well, I'll just show them to you all here and see what you think about them, because there's some really, really nice covers. So let me go ahead and take this box off the table before I tear my entire setup down. The individual that I bought these from did a fantastic job packaging them up for me, and he also went ahead and bagged and boarded the magazines. Folks, if you are selling magazines out there, if they're not already bagged and boarded from your collection or whatever, dead stock or whatever that you're selling, take a little time and bag and board them, okay? That would be great. Boy, my camera went out of focus there for a little bit, didn't it? All right, let me go ahead and set these to the side, and we'll just go through these one by one. Here is Big Dust, Big American Dream Dusty Rhodes. They got a little contest here where you can win his boots in Pro Wrestling Illustrated from June 1985. Look at that price there, $1.95, folks. Certainly wish there was a lot of wrestling magazines on the newsstands now, but you got still Pro Wrestling Illustrated going strong. But anyway, so got that one in the lot. Let's take a look at Great Scott. Okay. My mom messed up one time and called him Riddy Pepper. And I've never let her live that down. Roddy Piper on the cover of this Pro Wrestling Illustrated from January 1987. That's honestly about the time that I started watching wrestling when I was a kid. Was January, February-ish 1987. If you want to know the a little backstory behind my love of professional wrestling and when I fell for it. My dad and Papa was watching NWA Worldwide Wrestling. It came on WLOS Channel 13 out of Asheville, North Carolina, the ABC affiliate over there, on Sunday afternoons. And the main event on this particular Worldwide Wrestling was the Four Horsemen, Rick, Tully, Arn, and Ole, against Dusty, Nikita, and the Road Warriors, 8-man tag match. Do you think they showed the finish of that match on television? Absolutely not. It was one of those, folks, we got to go, we're running out of time. But I'll never forget that, because Ric Flair was running away, and Dusty Rhodes went and got him and brought him back, carrying him over his shoulder. I never forgot that, and that is the first wrestling match that I remember seeing. Okay, I'm sure I was down in the floor playing with this, that, and the other while it was on before, but I paid attention to that, and I started watching wrestling ever since. Here we are in 2024. So, all right, next cover. This is a fantastic cover. And again, I got all these from the same seller, and I got a fantastic price on these as well. February 1987. And you've got the UWF guys right here. Big fan of Terry Taylor. It's so underrated, I think. Bypassed the Rooster thing, and I was a big fan of Terry Taylor. So anyway, PWI's $50,000 challenge tournament. Who's the best in the Universal Wrestling Federation? So, February 1987 cover right there. All right, how about this one right here? We got a little out of sync on these dates here, dadgummit. That's my fault. That's okay, though. December 1985, and we've got the Great American Bash, and they profile that inside the pages of the Pro Wrestling Illustrated. All of these magazines still come with the full-color poster on the inside. All of them still have the posters, so you're pretty lucky, because if these were mine as a kid, those posters would be up on my wall. I have outside of 3 issues, so I guess I can't really say I have the complete run, but I have most of the complete run of the original WCW magazines, and they all had the poster. Well, for a time, they had posters in the middle of them, and I was a kid, so my entire bedroom was lined with the posters from those magazines. Boy, to know then what I know now about the magazines and so forth. All right. Anyway, August 1988, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Macho Madness, the torch is passed. Was it? Well, Mega Powers didn't last, okay? So we all know the story with that. So pin up there of Al Perez. And then the last one, my favorite magazine cover of all time. I now own 3 copies of this magazine. Two of them are in pristine condition, just like this one is. This is in fantastic condition. One of them is a little bit on the, got a little bit of something right there I just noticed. So maybe not pristine condition, but dadgummit, it's in pretty good shape. But one of them's got a crease going down the cover. So anyway, but I do have 3 copies of this one, December 1988. The greatest faction in professional wrestling history, in my opinion. Now, you're going to say, well, what about D-Generation X? What about the NWO? This is my childhood right here. The Four Horsemen. Flair in his robe. Arn and Tully. Big Barry Windham there and J.J. Dillon. Four Horsemen, by far my favorite group. I didn't know what a faction was as a kid, but they're my favorite group of all time. And this version of them is my favorite, next to the one with Lex Luger, and then you had Ole Anderson, and then after that, boy, Horsemen got diluted when Paul Roma, and oh God. Anyway, so that's my little magazine haul here that I got in several months ago, and I thought y'all might want to see them. So again, got all these for a great price. So glad to add these to the collection. Pro Wrestling Illustrated is the premier, no pun intended, wrestling magazine publication out there, in my opinion. So obviously it is still going strong today. I don't collect them anymore, as far as what's out on the newsstands now, but I'll sure pick up some of these when I see them. So anyway, what's your favorite cover out of this, folks? Let me know below. Give me a comment. I'd really appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this, because I like making these videos. I don't get a whole lot of views on them, and I'm okay with that. Before long, maybe this thing will really take off, and I'm very optimistic that Premier Wrestling Enterprises will make it, okay? I really feel confident about that. Just shooting straight with you, I really do. But anyway, hit that subscribe button on the channel. The channel is growing a little bit. I'm getting a few subscribers every once in a while, so I appreciate that. But anyway, more importantly, I appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate you stopping in, whether you're leaving comments, whether you're liking or disliking the video. If you dislike it, that's okay too. That doesn't hurt my feelings. But I do appreciate all the support that I'm getting. A lot of positive comments. So go over to our Instagram accounts at Premier Wrestling Enterprises and at PWE Wrestling Relics. And follow those 2 Instagram accounts. I'd really appreciate that. All right, folks, what I got for you today, we'll have another video for you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you'll check that out as well. Hit that bell notification, and maybe YouTube will let you know. All right, folks, that's what I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. See ya!